exciting.
I always say when I do podcasts, like the talks we have before, like we record, are way more interesting than the
I don't know
actual
why you
podcast.
didn't record that.
Seriously, we are.
Reusable water
It's
balloons.
all the
We're
time. Every
best.
time I have a podcast, it's like, yeah. We need to talk about this. There are reusable water balloons. This might be this. See, I thought
I'm
I
gonna
forget.
show the thing just so everybody can see them. I don't know why you didn't know about this, but I guess I should have opened the thing.
Because I'm not throwing water balloons around.
It's because you're not coming to the party. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
It's literally
so it just opens
boom.
up. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like a silicone ball. There's little magnets in it and everything, and then throw it at your friends. Like,
Yeah,
you
this
put it up
is
underneath the water and it'll shield right up.
this is our peak as a civilization. I think it's all downhill from here in many ways, but it is not downhill for the Pittsburgh Penguins. How about that for a segue?
I mean, oh, there you go. Okay. What a segue.
I
can't believe.
I can't believe
jumping in. We just jumping in.
We're just jumping in.
I can't believe it happened. I was honestly like, I don't care, because I was worried, and I think rightfully so. For the past few years, we have been signing people and mortgaging the team at a hope for the Stanley Cup. We couldn't even make the playoffs, and I was like, listen, homeboy has a huge name. I get it. And I'm not saying he's not good. He's 7-time Norris winner, is that, or something? I forget his
3-time Norris Trophy winner.
Yeah. Fantastic. But that doesn't necessarily mean a good fit. I don't want to spend the money or whatever, but to dump almost every crappy contract we had was amazing.
Unbelievable.
I had my doubts about Dubas. I was like, whatever, man, let's see what you can do. I'm interested. Let's see. But not only, did he name himself the GM, like that was like big ego stuff. And like we said, next he's going to name himself head coach and starting center. But like, because that's just like I'm naming myself or whatever. I didn't watch it, but like it just seems such a circle jerk. But I could never do that to myself because I'm not as proud. But I was like, okay. He turned it all. I shouldn't say that because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how he's going to fit in or anything like that. But he got us under the cap after signing a bazillion people. How are we? Is it 3 million? I heard 3 million.
We're 3 million out of the cap now.
Listen,
so we could get someone else.
Calm down, just relax, because we got to bring people up and back. Okay, Getzel's like dead, but like he single-handedly got rid of like two crappy contracts, 2 crappy people. I mean, we still stuck with Carter, but whatever. That's, who knows? Maybe he'll buy him out. When's that thing end, or did it end?
No, Carter's staying forever.
Oh, fantastic.
Can't buy him out.
Oh, well, guess what? Good news.
Still.
Huh?
But yeah.
Good news is he'll be the new Sidney Crosby. He's going to be the captain this year. But like I want to see who, before I know where I'm jumping ahead, I want to see who's the backup goalie. Because we dumped DeSmith, which was fine with me. I think DeSmith is a decent, but he was not as consistent. I would have picked Jari over him, and I know you would not. But I like these few signings they did. I want to see who is going to be the backup.
The backup goalie will probably be that Alex Nedeljkovic.
Fantastic. I love men who don't have last names I can pronounce.
Then I'm going to call him Ned.
Neddy. Let's do
it.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, but going, because it seemed clear that the Penguins were going to get Karlsson at some point.
I think it was, he said, I don't know, clearly. I feel like it's I'm going to the Penguins. I don't want to go anywhere else. And you need to make it happen. I know that Carolina was thrown in there and stuff, but it was like, so somebody had to talk to Montreal because Petrie was not going, Petrie, whatever. He didn't want to go to Arizona. I think it was Arizona at first, or Chicago. Somebody else was the third team, and he goes, oh, I'm going to go there. So I want to know.
The holdup was with Petrie. It's like, well, my family's in Michigan. I didn't like being in Montreal because of COVID, and he couldn't see his family because
Oh yeah,
they're
because
in
you
the
can't
United
go
States and he was
across
in
the border.
Canada. Right,
Now you're
right.
all right.
So and then he's like, well, I don't feel like going to San Jose because it's away from my family. It's like, okay, well,
Dude,
something
how
must
far
happen.
though? Because like I can't, I don't know. And I didn't hit Michigan. Oh yeah, I guess that is pretty far. I didn't hit Michigan in my travels, so I couldn't have like, I couldn't give you a time. But there's no planes, man. You got money. Like,
You're making millions of dollars. Yeah, go
but
get
everyone else just packs their family up and brings them. Like, what is
right,
this? Is it your
right.
wife and your kids? Like, if if they're that important to you and you don't want to work away from them, then why are you doing this game anymore?
Yeah. So what did okay, so it became obvious that Karlsson was coming either to Pittsburgh or Carolina, but it didn't look like Carolina. So really, what do you do? It's like
Everything, yeah.
you're like all of San Jose's bargaining power went out the window. It's like you have to get rid of him. You could only trade him to one team. And then because we saw a report a week or two ago, it's like, yeah, Kyle Dubas said, you know what? We'll just wait for the price to come down, which is
yeah.
brilliant.
The thing is I feel like, you look at the Penguins, and I try, because I know that we're Pens fans, clearly. So I try to take myself out of that because I do love hockey as a whole. I'm also like, I like the Avs on the West Coast. I try to take myself out of the Pittsburgh mindset and sort of like look at it and think, who is on what team? Now, if the Oilers and McDavid said, please, we want you to come up here, would he have gone there? Like, that's a big name. I mean, you look at it though, and you have the Crosby name that like sells it. You have a good core team that sells the team. And I'm not trying to like be like, oh, it's the Penguins because they're my team. But I'm thinking, man, if I were him and like, hey man, the Avs call and stuff, would you go there? What name has to draw you in, or what is it that drew you to Pittsburgh?
Okay, but the Avs did not call.
Well, we don't know.
We don't
We
know,
technically
but
don't
still,
know. I mean,
okay.
Carolina, I would have never gone.
How many teams can afford a $10.5 million player?
Not even us.
I'm sure
If they
not
had to
even us.
take a shot.
I'm sure a lot of teams. I'm sure Colorado would love to have him, or Edmonton or something like that.
Yeah.
But they're up against the cap.
Well, we were over.
We were over the cap. It's like, how is this going to work? So
I'm not that good of a math magician to make that work. But
so it was obvious that he was coming here at some point. I thought it was going to happen like in September or something like at the start of training, like before the season started. I didn't think it was going to happen now.
I was done listening to it.
Right. Because that's all we heard. That's all we heard.
And it was multiple outlets saying stuff. Then they're like, oh, there's another team. And and trades like this, you don't hear about other teams that pop up. You just hear about the big name. And it was like every day on my feed, I would see a new article about it. And I go, I don't care if we get them. And I don't know if I said this to you. I might have. I said, if we get them, fantastic. If we don't, I don't care. I don't mind. I feel like with what we have, minus a few pieces, I feel like we still have at least a playoff shot. If he comes, great. If not, don't mortgage the team for this dude, because I'm not fully sold on him. And I hope that maybe a change of San Jose was not a great team. Okay. I think name somebody else like the San Jose Sharks. It wasn't him, but it's like, I feel like maybe a change of venue and everything for him would be good. I think he will fit in decently with what we have. Hopefully it's not a Brassard. Hopefully, it works out and it's not a bad deal. I think it's only like 1 year we have him anyway, I believe you said.
No, we for Karlsson, we haven't for the next 3 years.
Who said only one? Somebody told me he had to be re-signed at the end of the year. And
no. He signs you like 2026, I think.
Cool. And hopefully he works, because that's going to be a hard push to get him out if you look at it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can't get rid of him now.
So he has to work out.
So but going in, I thought the trade would be obviously a first round pick, You got to buy out Granlund, Pedersen, P.O. Joseph, some young player.
Smith. I was worried.
Ty
You
Smith,
knew I was worried.
something
And
like
I
that.
can't tell you. I'm telling you, I just have good feelings about this guy. I watched him. I thought it was really good and would be a great fit. I worried about him.
Well, maybe he'll be up now. So this is, this is like they're gonna have to give up
Getzel's name
something.
was thrown out too, of being
possibly
part of it.
Right.
And I'm like, man, I would rather not get rid of some of these guys.
Yeah.
But we literally got rid of.
It's okay.
Garbage.
Gensel took himself out. Ooh, maybe he hurt his ankle on purpose. Maybe he's like, I don't want to be traded. I'm gonna.
He snaps it. He goes, I'm not really good. You don't want me.
Oh yeah, I'm damaged goods. Sorry. So let's talk about the actual trade. Okay. So Pittsburgh gets Erik Karlsson and then junk. Former forward Rem Pitlick, forward Dylan Hamaliuk in San Jose's 2023 draft pick. Those guys are scrubs. Those guys are like not even AHL. We're like the one dude's ECHL. Okay, cool, whatever.
He might turn into something. Yeah, he's got time. Are they young? I'm assuming then.
I don't know. I don't know.
Are they like a Tom Kostopoulos of Wilkes-Barre who was there for 20 whole years and he was like 40 years old? And I was like,
hey,
all right, dog.
Hey, I that's a good living.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it.
Being a Wilkes-Barre legend.
Yeah, you're probably making like what?
I don't know what you're making. Probably good money. So
definitely decent for that area.
Yeah. It's
I was rich in that area.
What were you were Wilkes-Barre rich? Okay, so here's what San Jose got. Pittsburgh's 2024 first round draft pick, which is top 10 protected. So if it's like a top 10 pick, it's like no, you're going to next year. So that's
good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Then here's where it gets amazing. Forward Mikael Granlund, defenseman Jan Ruda, and forward Mike Hoffman.
I did like Ruda, but whatever. I can work it out.
And then Montreal gets Pittsburgh's 2025 second round draft pick, defenseman Jeff Petrie, goaltender Casey DeSmith, and forward Nathan Legare. I still don't know why Montreal did this trade besides just getting a bunch of dudes, because it looks like all they gave up was this Mike Hoffman.
Well, how were they? Well, first off, how much did he screw them over in cap? Or were they? Because there's a bunch of teams that were barely on the cap floor. I don't know how Montreal stacked up. Montreal ain't got. I feel like they're trying to rebuild however they can, and we don't know if that's a hey man, we can get you in on another deal later on. But
so
thing,
that's the amazing part of this trade. Dubas got rid of all of the junk. Granlund, okay, Ruda was okay.
I didn't hate Ruda.
Yeah. Petrie, Casey DeSmith,
I also didn't hate.
Legare, who cares? He's nothing. So they got rid of like this is like literally every sports talk show is we should trade all our bad players for all their good players. That's literally what they just did.
I have no idea what Dubas does in his spare time to get this done, and that's fine. I don't want to know. But like this, not only does this trade hit a bunch of headlines for the fact that it's Karlsson, but it's a 3-team deal. How often do we see is that many 3-team deals? And it is a no-lose situation for the Penguins. There was no losing. We always, in the past 10 years, you kind of always, losing something half decent for what you're getting. And that happens. And, be it because they're going to fit better someplace else or whatever. It is what it is. It's just, I can't believe 3-team deal, which is kind of rare nowadays. I love it. A big name, and we didn't lose anything. We gained cap space. We can call people up.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm just Dubas is, maybe he's like, maybe he has like a supercomputer or something like that. Maybe he has like maybe he's connected to AI. Maybe he's
if he is AI? I want to see his hands.
Yeah. Maybe he's my God, maybe he's a Terminator. Oh crap. Come with me if you want
Hey,
to
I'd be
live.
all right with that. Whatever gets us a Stanley Cup. But like I have seen, like I said, I did see a lot of outlets talking about it, and I sent that to you like when I saw the trade go down. It was like everyone's talking about it and they're all saying that the Penguins won, but then I'm seeing a lot of but that they still don't think that the Penguins are going to necessarily win a fourth Stanley Cup in the Crosby years.
I don't care.
I mean, calm down, everybody. We had
Just
one trade
get
and
past
suddenly,
the first round. That's all I want. Just win a series.
I don't know. I mean, who cares about Karlsson? The Capitals got Tom Wilson for 7,000 years.
Yeah, I mean, okay, have fun with that. I mean, I hate to
I
do
hope
it,
he's suspended for 4 of them.
probably is. He'll be spending half that time in jail for a murder or something. He'll probably kill some dude. I hate Tom Wilson, but he is good, unfortunately.
He is, but man, how old is he? I thought he was older for 7 years. I
Yeah,
didn't
he's
think
kind
he
of
was.
he's kind of old now. Now he's really going to be old.
Well, I mean, aren't we?
He's 29.
Oh, is he only? He looks a lot older. I guess
Yeah.
being a prick does that to you. That's why I look so old too. I'm
That's
really not
right.
80.
So yeah, I mean the thing about Karlsson is he's a defenseman that doesn't play defense. But you know what?
Now with that, with Letang, that's Letang. Though.
That's the thing now. You have two defensemen. You know Letang is going to play like 30 minutes a game, and you know Karlsson's going to play like 30 minutes a game. So basically, the third pair defensemen are basically just going to, they might as well bring a book because they ain't playing.
I saw, I saw a lineup. Man, I should have sent it to you. It was basically the Penguins lineup where they wouldn't even need a goalie, and I was like,
I
okay,
saw that.
calm down, calm down.
I
It was
saw
like
that's
our
it.
first 2
That's
lines. I'm like, relax, guys.
Just pull the goalie the entire game and just play that way. And you know what? It's kind of the same thing. It's kind of because poor Jari is going to be hung out to dry.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I actually am old, and I remember this is Paul Coffey Part 2, and when it was this is the like when Lemieux was still in his prime, he was still up and coming. This is late 80s. They got Paul Coffey, and literally every game was like 9-8. It was just amazing. No defense at all. It was just all offense. So yeah, that could be what's going on now. But yeah, the basically the defensive pairings now as it might be is Letang with Ryan Graves, Karlsson with Marcus Pettersson, and then P.O. Joseph with whoever. Hopefully Ty Smith.
That would be nice. I do like him. He was a goal scorer too, but I mean, it was AHL.
The other question is, what is the power play going to do?
Hopefully more than it did last year.
Yeah, really. Yeah, that's a thing, because I mean Karlsson is amazing on the power play, so we'll see. But to your question of like, why would you want to come to Pittsburgh? I think anybody looks at, just from the outside, I get to play with Crosby and Malkin and Letang. Heck yeah.
And it's like you're another, because you're already a big name, right? And now you're with like all these other all-stars.
Yeah.
And I think it also looks like a good push for a cup. You've already seen them win back-to-back. Now, I mean, you did have a Phil Kessel in there and a ridiculous HBAK line that should have had no business doing what it did. But you look at this and you go, man, like Crosby and Malkin and Letang, dude, Karlsson, put that on the marquee, everyone. We can just roll up. We're going to be hot shit. There is a big, big chance we could win a Stanley Cup. I don't know. I mean, this is what I'm thinking if I was him, type of thing,
Right.
I'm not like, or anybody who could have a chance to play with the Penguins. I mean, the Crosby itself, he makes plays. And the reason I like him more than Ovechkin, more than because it's, more than just the Capitals thing. Ovechkin's a goal scorer but he tends to score them. Crosby is like an assist guy. Not that he doesn't
Right.
score goals, but you look at his numbers, and if he sees it, he'll go for it. I feel like, and I'm not taking away from Ovechkin because he scores goals, and that's what you need on the ice. But there's just something like, it just feels like Crosby is a passer and will set the play up better. He can see it a little bit better to see who could get the goal more than him.
Yeah.
If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
But part of that is what we heard about Jake Gensel, that he's going to need surgery and he will be out for at least 3 months.
Well, he's only going to miss a month of the regular season, supposedly. So, because they're going to he had it done. They reevaluate him in a couple, like 3 months or whatever. But can he be on long-term injured reserve, or how long? I don't even know if you know this.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
Yeah. Yeah. He could do the long-term injured reserve, and that would free up a bunch of space on the cap. So that technically they wouldn't have to worry about being cap compliant for at least a month into the season.
I'm not worried. I love Getzel. Trust me, more than anything, I want a Jake shake. But I feel like we have enough that we can make do for the month of October. How many games do we have in October? I'm gonna count. I'm sorry.
31. They play every actually it's 62. They play double headers every single day in October. Double headers. Sometimes triple headers. Sometimes they play 3 times. Yeah, it's a crazy schedule. I don't know. I'm just wondering who is going to play on Crosby's line now, because Crosby is very particular about
9 games
who he plays with. That's it, 9 games. Oh,
yeah, it's 9 games, man. I think there's like one back-to-back game.
It's just weird that, like, why do you decide in early August to have this surgery and not? And this is the same thing. We went through this with Crosby a couple years ago, where like really close to training camp, he's like, oh, by the way, I'm getting wrist surgery. Like, why didn't you do this months ago? And it's just one of those things where it's like, well, it's a nagging injury and it's not getting any better, so okay, I'm doing it now.
Yeah, well, I guess so. I kind of looked, like, I saw something about that where people were like, why wait? This is ridiculous. But it's like, the last thing you want to do is have an invasive surgery if you can avoid it. If it's something you can fix with, physical therapy and rest or something, you're going to want to go that route before they start hacking into your foot, because there's so much, or your ankle, there's so much that they can screw up and ruin you from then. I felt like maybe that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to get it better, and they realized, man, listen, your best bet's going to be surgery so you can recover and have a half decent season this year. It's nice that they did it as early as they did, versus let's wait another 3 months and see, oh, it's October, still nagging, maybe we should cut you open and you lose 3 months.
Yeah. So you just hope it goes well. Apparently Erik Karlsson had like ankle issues for like years. So
I remember that when he went from the Senators to San Jose, because everyone was like, it's a big deal, and they were like, he's got a lot of ankle injuries. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and like his numbers sucked before that huge season last season. So we'll see, but they should build a statue of Kyle Dubas. He's
right next to the Lemieux statue.
Right next to the Lemieux statue. It's just
like him with like a clipboard and a whip. Like,
they should have right next to the Lemieux statue, like giving an approval, like, good job, guy. Good job. Whenever I see that statue, it's like, what do the 2 other dudes have to think? Like, could you imagine you were an NHL defenseman and you played out of your thing, and then you find out, and they made a statue of you. Like, what? It's like, yeah, they made a statue of you getting owned by one of the best players in history. Like, okay, so we can always remember that time I screwed up. Cool.
but I feel like at that point in your career, one, it was Lemieux. So what are you going to do? It is what it is. As
You
a
didn't get
defenseman, you're all going to make mistakes, but you're like, I'm in a
you didn't they didn't make a
statue. There's a
statue you
statue
getting
of
burned
me.
by Mikhail Granlund. They go to the statue
Yeah,
of
it's not like,
Mario
you know,
Lemieux.
it's not. I mean, I would love it.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would
If
be
anybody
like,
trolls you about that, it's like, ha, they made a statue. You screwing up. It's like, first of all, they made a statue of me. Second of all, it was the greatest player ever. So suck it.
and honestly, who are those two defensemen?
I know. I think
Two
Jeff
defensemen?
Bukaboom was one of them. I think.
The fact that you even know goes, I'm like, I don't know that much.
Right.
You could be like, that wasn't even me. That never happened.
It just bugs me because, that it's Lemieux, doing his thing,
Yeah.
and then the backs of two guys. So it's like Lemieux and two guys' butts. Like, I don't need to see this. They have a statue of Tim Horton in Buffalo.
Yes, I do.
I didn't know he was that good of a player.
Oh yeah.
But like Toronto claims Tim Horton, but I guess Buffalo does too.
Well, yeah, but I feel like he played longer on one, but didn't he drink and drive and die in an accident? Is he the one I'm thinking about?
I heard that.
I'm pretty sure he had it all. Homeboy drove and drank and died. I want to say.
How old was he? He wasn't very old when he died, was he?
No, he was not. Look at us. We're so in.
Hey, we're well, they make delicious. He makes delicious coffee. Not him, but
Timbits, dog. Come on.
Timbits are just donut holes, and that.
But they're better than they're less greasy than Dunkin' Donuts. But here's the thing. I will say this. I don't know because obviously we don't have many around. Erie has a ton. But I understand that, every location's different. Tim Hortons used to be 1,000 times better than they were bought out by Burger King.
Yeah.
He died after losing control of his Pantera sports car on the the Queen Elizabeth Way in Ontario on an early morning. Maybe he wasn't drinking. Maybe he was just.
I haven't looked it up, but like somebody told me the exact same thing. It's like, yeah, he died drunk driving. Like, but
I was not wearing.
He was
not wearing a seatbelt.
The coffee wars, because I was just in Buffalo in upstate New York, and it is all Tim Hortons country. You're right. There's a lot in Erie, all the way down to Meadville, and then it stops. I don't know why the Tim Hortons expansion hasn't come down to Pittsburgh, because I think they would do very well. But I saw a couple Dunkin' Donuts. I saw 0 Starbucks in Buffalo.
Oh yeah, I mean. No, it's very Timmy Hose. The thing is I guess somebody also said that who has the original Tim Hortons coffee recipe is McDonald's.
Well, they don't use it.
I mean, apparently
their coffee sucks.
I don't know. I'm not into coffee. Hey, 2005, his autopsy was made public. His blood alcohol level was twice the legal limit, and a half-filled vodka bottle was amongst the crash debris. He was also on some drugs, had traces of drugs in his system. Hey, man. But he makes fantastic donuts.
He makes great donuts.
Don't drink and drive,
The
folks.
chocolate chip muffins are out of this world.
Did you eat the hash brown sticks?
The what? No, I didn't.
So I don't know if they still have them. Back a few years ago, I went and they had hash brown sticks. So instead of like a hash brown, they were like long, like fries would be.
Whoa. I saw hash browns. I didn't see hash brown sticks. Maybe that's not a thing.
They got rid of them.
Their cold brew is very good. They
have good smoothies. So like when I went to Toronto years and years ago, I had a Timmy Hose in my right connected to my hotel. So I was eating Toronto Blue Jay blue donuts and smoothies a lot.
I think Tim Hortons in Canada is better because all the food in Canada is better because they're not allowed to put all the chemicals and stuff that that we have in this country.
Chemicals are 1,000 times better. Trust me, I don't care. Look at me. Does it look like I care? It'll preserve me.
Same here. I'm 85% preservatives. That's cool. What?
I might be 5% Timmy Hose. I do not know. But I remember taking him across the border and they were like, do you have anything to declare? The dude was a huge dick, but that's another story. It was hilarious. And I was like, a half-eaten box of Timbits. You want some? And he was like, no, you're good. You can go.
Oh, okay.
It was a whole exchange with Border Patrol that was just way long, like was way dickier than it had to be. But I also took a bunch of alcohol back too.
Well, that's what Jeff Petrie is going to have to deal with, but not Erik Karlsson, because he's coming domestic, baby.
He's coming. Well, I mean, isn't he from Canada though?
I don't know. Probably.
Pretty sure he's a Canadian, isn't he?
I'm pretty sure he's Swedish.
Oh, is it? Oh, maybe.
I don't know. All right.
Whatever.
Bottom line, Kyle Dubas is a genius.
Relax.
No, I'm not relaxing.
I'm gonna tell you this. Relax. He's a genius because he got us under cap space and got us stuff like that. Relax. Let's see how this all plays out. Let's see how this pans out, even through training camp.
He undid almost every single horrible
Jeff
thing.
Carter's still here, sir.
Yeah, except for Carter. There's not. He's nothing. Jeff Carter is literally bolted to the arena. He's
know how that even happened.
The story is that a couple of years ago that Ron Hextall really wanted to get McGranlund at the trade deadline and he couldn't, so he settled for Jeff Carter. And Jeff Carter was good at the first, and then
he didn't do bad last year in the beginning. I think everybody sort of fell apart. Like we were at that one game, he scored a goal or two. I mean, we were winning game 6-1 for the first 2 weeks of the season. He was putting up some numbers, but I think everybody just failed.
Yeah. We'll see if this Rem Pitlick, who names their kid Rem? What is that?
Maybe it's from a different country. Calm down there.
Rem.
Judge McJudgerson.
Rem. What a dumb name.
Who names their kid Joey? Who does that?
Half the world. That's who.
That's
Joe.
So, hey,
Joe is a wonderful
right now,
name.
Look how this world's going, bud. You really want to take it? Take that.
We'll end it on that. Joe is a wonderful name. How dare you? Yeah.
Joseph Crosby, Joseph Malkin, Joseph Letang,
Joseph Stalin. Yeah, I mean, this is a great day. This is an amazing day. They not only got a great player, but got rid of all their crap. This is amazing.
Amazing. It was a no lose deal. Even if Karlsson is half the player he was, we still have a solid defenseman. Wow, solid one-way defenseman, and we got cap space. We have cap space. It feels good.
We got a little cap space. Yeah.
It's like he unbuttoned his pants after an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's perfect.
Yeah, he's full. He's full. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, you got to unbutton your pants after Thanksgiving meal, but I'm not unbuttoning my pants in a public restaurant. Sorry.
Why aren't you wearing shirts that go past your belly button? Ain't no one gonna say.
Why aren't I wearing sweatpants? That's the important thing.
Well, I was gonna
wear
say
sweatpants to a buffet. I was gonna say
elastic.
Yes, you need an elastic band when you're going to the buffet.
And this was of course a food reference from me, the fatty. So
okay, bye.
Goodbye.